Hey gang, how's it going? I'm in a little town called Lyons. I'm riding with my buddy again. You can see him back there, I think. We are on our way up to Estes, so I finally get to do some real riding. We're hoping to do a loop, but I'm not sure the loop I'm thinking of is going to work. Highway 7 or 36. Okay, let's go up 36 and down 7. So we were going to go up 7 and down 36, but I'm not entirely clear on how to do that, so we're going to go the way I know works and figure it out once we're up there. Either way, it doesn't really matter. It's fantastic riding either way around. US 36 is an well, no, it's not an interstate. It's a highway of some kind, but it's a really good highway of some kind. So I'll show you what I'm talking about, but for all the talking I've been doing about canyon riding, we're actually going to get out and do some today. The potential downside is it's Sunday. It's beautiful out, and as a result I imagine it's going to be pretty crowded, but that's okay. We'll go have some fun at more or less the speed limit. That's not a big deal. Yeah, boy, it's one of those days. We just rode out to that town back there called Lyons from Boulder. He met me after he got off work in town, and I gotta say, my arm is worn out from waving at other motorcyclists. As we're seeing here, it's summertime, baby, and the bikes are out, and I don't blame them. It is just nice out. Actually, it's real hot, and I'm glad we're going up, because down there it's windy as hell. It's a little windy up here, but once you get up in the canyons, it doesn't matter. You get, obviously, canyon walls to protect you from that. But I'm afraid I might lose some of this ride, because that last ride Peter and I, or that guy and I went on, my battery on the camera died a little ways through. Well, it actually died about halfway through, but I went out and bought another camera. Oof. I'm sorry, not another camera. I went out and bought another battery for the camera, so it might last. I'm going to swap it out when we get up to Estes. But y'all just have to forgive me. My commentary is probably not going to be great on this ride, because I'm going to be focusing on riding. Not that I normally don't, but twisty roads, you need to be thinking ahead, way ahead, so that's what I'm going to be doing. But man, look at this place. It's lovely up here, ain't it? And it only gets better from here. Excuse my hand a moment, I'm going to touch the camera. Seems solid. This place got just fucked up, for lack of a better term, during the flood. We'll see some examples of that on our way up the hill here. But yeah, Lyons got hit real bad. They've done a good job of rebuilding, but as you see, still plenty of abandoned properties and flood damage and stuff. Unfortunately, it's a sad tale, but hey, that was our 100-year flood, theoretically, so hopefully it won't be happening again anytime soon. I don't know, I heard rumors that they were wrong and that wasn't actually the 100-year flood, and we're due for that still, so I hope that's not true, because that shit was plenty scary to me. Actually, this part of the road is just great because it's down on flatland, so you get excellent sight lines, except for the line of traffic, and of course the state trooper headed the same way. Bummer, yo. And of course, because somebody on the road saw a cop, we're all going to go 5 under, because, you know, you never know, they might arrest you for going the speed limit. This guy's just going to hit the brakes arbitrarily. Now we're going 10 under, okay. Give these guys some room so we can whip it up a little bit. We'll just do it carefully. First century I ever did on a bicycle. This is where we went, or where we started anyway. Ooh, Lotus Elise, nice car. And this ride on a bicycle is fucking hard. You'll see it later, it gets a little bit steeper, but actually, of all the canyons around Boulder, this one's probably the easiest on a bicycle, or I don't know about easiest, but It's definitely not the hardest. It doesn't ever get all that steep. It's a pretty nice gradual climb. And you get to, you know, see all this scenery, so nothing wrong with that at all. Oh, this is going to be a slow, pokey drive up to Estes, ain't it? We might end up pulling over and letting us get some distance between us and this traffic. Two thoughts, though. That's kind of hard to communicate when you're riding with somebody else as to, you know, where you're going to pull over and why. We don't have a communication system or anything cool like that. Someday, maybe. But I don't think it's going to matter anyway. I think we're getting traffic no matter how long we wait, so might as well just go with this pack, you know. Although I do notice that there's absolutely nobody behind Peter at the moment, so maybe that's worth consideration. Oh my god. How do you even make a car go this slow? Nah, I'm just kidding. They're fine. They're going the speed limit. This is pretty cool. I think this is where it is. There used to be an old hotel up here. No, this isn't it. There's a lot of like abandoned buildings and stuff, and I don't know about y'all, but I'm pretty fascinated by things like urban ruins and such. I think that shit's cool. So I've always wanted to come right up here, or even just drive up here and hop out and go explore some of this shit. I think this might be it. Nah, this is, oh yeah, the cottages. This is cool too. A lot of these got wrecked, but I think they're still in business. Yeah, it says vacancy. And it looks like it's been cleaned recently, but I think some of those got wrecked, but some of them didn't. There's just no reason to try and pass this line of traffic with a cop in it. Have to do it illegally. Well, at least I get to talk about the scenery while doing this right then, because this ain't gonna be hard. That sucks. This guy's trying to pass behind us. You got nowhere to go, brother. I don't recommend that. Oh, good work zone too. Cool. Yeah. As if this wasn't going to be boring enough, now we got a construction zone to go through. Alright, well, I apologize if this ain't the canyon ride I've been advertising. You can tell, though, man, if you did this on like a Tuesday afternoon, how cool would this shit be? And believe me, it's extremely cool. There's just no getting around that. This sucks horribly, though. Well, not horribly, but... God, look at that. I want to be down there. Just go exploring. Oh, my goodness. We're going to have to find a spot to get off for a minute. I'm just going to edit that out if we do it. See if I can figure out a way to communicate that to him. But this is not going to work the whole way up. Yeah, fines doubled. We couldn't speed if we wanted to, which I do, kind of. Hello. If you got a passenger on the back, that's her job. I mean, I'm not saying the passenger's always a her, but that one was, so. You gotta wave at other bikers, come on now. Unless maybe they're of the, like, why don't you buy a real bike mindset. In which case, I'd say I'm gonna ask them the same fucking question. Oh, God. Slogging up to hell. You gotta believe me, though. This shit is so much fun if you got no traffic. Or limited traffic. The cops are getting off. That makes me a little nervous. Oh, come on. I really don't want you guys behind me. I'd much rather you be in front. Well, I guess they got a pack behind them of traffic, so that could work out. We're just gonna sneak up a little above the speed limit. They'll never know. We'll do it quiet. Everybody else up there already did it. That's the thing about Colorado. There's a cop. Yeah, see, undercovers and shit up here. Okay, Sunday was like the worst possible idea to do this on, but hey, it's the day I got off work, so what are you gonna do? But yeah, Colorado drivers, nobody goes the speed limit on these roads. It's just like a thing. And to the point where, like, I get nervous on these roads sometimes. People go really fast, like, much faster than I'm comfortable going, generally speaking. But I get it, too. You know, a lot of people commute from Estes Park down to Loveland or Boulder or Denver, even. And, oh, God, that would take forever. And you'd have this little fun part of your commute, and then it would just get miserable as you tried to get through the towns. So I understand people want to whip it up a little bit. In fact, I want to really bad right here. Where'd those cops go? Well, I don't know. I just don't know if it's a good idea to zip past these guys. I'm not sure where this passing lane ends, and with two people, make sure you're both ready, you know. That's alright. We've picked up the pace a little bit. This will work for me. That's the other beautiful thing about these roads is, generally speaking, they're pretty fun at the speed limit. I mean, sure, it's a little more fun to push it a little past that, but you certainly don't have to have a good time. Right lane ends. I was thinking about it. I was still thinking about it. You know I was. Oh well. I'm okay. Hello. Or not. One person waved. I'm not even gonna bother. I get it. We're busy. And there's fucking 1,000 bikes out today, so what's the point? Oh my god. Come on, people. Yeah, I should have gone. I should have gone like 3 times there. I apologize. Oh well. I didn't know this was Larimer County. I thought that was down south for some reason. Yep. Lost again. Actually, for once I'm not lost. I know right where we are because this road only goes to one place, so it's very easy to get there. It's wonderful. It's my kind of road. Works well for me. Okay. Just give me another passing zone. We're together now. We will totally zip past. Not zip. We'll go past. In a safe and controlled fashion while making smart choices about life. I think I see a sign that might indicate that, but that might be watch out for rocks. Let's see what we got. Slow vehicle pull out. I don't know if that's going to be enough for me to get past all 3 of these slow vehicles. Let's make sure we got a better chance. I'm ready. I'm ready. Where is it? I was promised to pull off. I don't see it. How we doing, folks? I don't think there is one. I think we've been tricked. Maybe that's considered a slow traffic pullout. I don't know. That's the thing. There is actually a lot of road signs up here that I don't believe are valid anymore. Just this road, like, literally got moved after the flood. It is slightly, I think it's north in some places. This, obviously, you can see was never a road on the side, but you'll see a couple places where it's pretty obvious it's been moved. Because I think it just got, like, destroyed, like, totally crumbled into the river. Alright. Alright, I'm fucking done waving. I can't help it. I see bikes, I wave. I don't know. I know it's kind of like a goofy motorcyclist thing. Like, who really gives a shit? You're like, yeah, we're both riding. But I like it. And it's just like a hardwired habit at this point. I think Peter's onto something. I don't know why I'm so close to these cars up here. Can have a little bit of fun in the corners if you give them some room. And we're about to. This person's going to ride their brakes all the way through. I think this is the hotel I was talking about, but I'm not going to look down there right now because I'm going to look through the corner instead. But you might be able to see it. Here, I'll look real quick. Yeah, there it is. It's on that little island. And that's the thing, is I don't really see access to it. But this is a new section of road. I think it used to be over there somewhere, but I know you could get there somehow. But they're like, the road you used to drive to it on is just gone. But if you got off here and just like picked your way across the river carefully, I'm convinced you could get there. You know, now seems like a pretty good time to talk about limit points. And what I want to do, I'm going to email the guy. I mean, I am a very small YouTube channel, and he's a rather large one. But a gentleman named Roadcraft Nottingham, who does, I believe he's an MSF or whatever their equivalent across overseas is of the MSF. He's in, it would appear, Nottingham, given his name. At very least, he's in England somewhere. But he does some really good videos, really informative, like educational stuff. And what I was thinking about is limit points are, what's the best way to describe it? Like, as you look through this bend, the last point where you can see the road up there is considered your limit point, and that you can read a lot off of that. Partially, you know, where does the road go? Boy, I'm not explaining this as well as he does. You know what? Fuck it. Look up, like, I don't know, ooh, dead deer, up here-ish. I'm gonna have hopefully a link to his video, because he does a really good job explaining it. And riding up here, it's really interesting because you very rarely have actual open sight lines through the corners. So realistically, I think I'm riding usually a little above where I don't know, theoretically should be based on limit points, which is that in the distance you see, you should be able to stop before you get to that point. And it's really hard, because like this corner up here, I know it from local knowledge, it's not a very hard corner, but you can't see anything until you're in it. And riding in canyons just has that downside. We got these walls on either side, obviously. As much fun as that is to look at, it makes for really terrible sight lines through corners on a motorcycle or in a car. It's just, you know, you're more aware of this stuff on a motorcycle, obviously. And it's one of those things, it's like no matter how far you turn your head, because everyone remembers MSF, right? Monster head turns. If you don't feel comfortable in turn, it's probably because you're not looking far enough through it. But it doesn't really matter up here. I can turn my head all I want, but I can only see so far through the rocks. And it's just something interesting to think about and kind of a good technique to practice and work on and at least bear in mind. But like I said, I'll see if he'll let me link to his video about limit points, because it's pretty interesting. He does a great job of introducing it and talking about it. He is a very, very knowledgeable motorcyclist, way, way above and beyond what I am. I'm good. I'm not that good. Oh man, it just dropped like 5 degrees right there, pretty much. That feels so much better. Yeah, I've been dying to get up here, but it's been snowing every day, it seems like, so we haven't had the chance. Either way. We got no one behind us. Let's let these folks get some distance. But yeah, finally today, it was supposed to be clear, and as you see, we're not the only ones that noticed that. Trying to keep an eye on my mirror so I know what's going on with him and what's going on in traffic behind us. We're just in the middle of this pack. This sucks. I'm finding us a pullout. One that's on our side of the road for simplicity's sake. See, that's the thing. I wouldn't mind using some of those on the other side of the road, except, well, kind of a blind corner, so I probably wouldn't use that one anyway. But it is really hard to coordinate this shit when you're with another person, because I don't want to catch him off guard and all of a sudden swing off to the side of the road and have him go by me and miss me. I mean, he'd notice, obviously, but... But I'm a little sick of sniffing these cars' asses, that's for sure. I woke up with Old Man River in my head today. I don't know why. Just thought I'd throw that out there for anyone who was wondering what I was singing in my head right now. It's not the best riding song, I'll be honest. Doesn't really inspire you to feats of action and greatness. Oh, it feels good up here, though. Get out of the heat for a little while. Yeah, it is like simultaneously windy and hot down in town, which is fine. It's summertime. I'm glad we're getting some heat, but it's nice to get out of it, too. But it is supposed to be a high of like 72 up here, so we should be nice and warm. Or at least not cold. Oh, Estes, or Road to Estes, you are just lovely. I mean, look at this. It don't get much better than this. And down there is just a really good shooting area, apparently. Got a lot of them up here, actually. If that's your thing. If not, no big deal. See, like this corner, you can tell it. You could read that limit point and read that it tightens up just ever so slightly. And like this one, I can't see yet, so I'm just going to maintain power. Now it opens up, so I'm going to feed it back in. And I was in the wrong gear, but... and let off a little bit, and again, double apex this one. Yeah, so we traded bikes for a minute on the way, just kind of out of my neighborhood, just for a hoot. Fuck me, that Bandit, it's as fast as I was wondering if it was. I mean, I didn't run it up real high or anything, we were in a neighborhood, but holy crap, just when you twist the throttle, limitless power behind it. I don't know how fast it could go, but way faster than I want to go, that's for sure. But boy, compared to this bike, I mean, it's just buttery smooth. Like, wonderful, wonderful smooth. I like the way this bike sits better, but that's just a me thing. That bike sits a lot like the SV, and that's why I got this bike. It's because I think it's comfortable. Alright, making time now. But it's a cool bike, no two ways about it. It was fun, and it felt very similar to the SV, just a very different motor. Like a very, very different motor. Oh, a little windy in this stretch. Pretty though. Every time you dip down into one of these little, I don't know, it's not really a valley, I guess, but these clearings, you know, just get hit with some crosswinds up here. Alright. This is one of my favorite parts of Colorado, though, or at least northern Colorado. I think it's lovely up here. Woo. There's some weird winds kind of switching directions on me. Not expecting that one. I always thought that'd be a kick-ass place to live until you had to go down to get groceries in the wintertime. Although you're actually pretty close to Estes at this point, so I guess you just go this way. Don't turn around and go the way we came. That'd be stupid. Nice horse properties up here, obviously. Some nice scum puddles. And Jellystone Park. I hope we can find the canyon I'm picturing to come back down on, because it kicks more ass than this, I'll be honest. Like, significantly more. This one's not bad. I just forgot how straight it actually is. Last time I did it, it was in a large cargo van with like 9 people in it. So it was plenty damned exciting in that thing. Not exactly fun exciting, but exciting. Distant Thunder. Good name for a ranch. Especially up here. I bet you get some wild-ass thunderstorms in the evenings up here. Wow, look at Logs Peak back there. I think that's what that is. We'll get around these trees in a minute. I hope my camera's picking that up, because my goodness. That is just lovely. Woo, look at that. I love Colorado. I really do. It's got a lot of downsides, it does, but it's got a whole lot of upsides too. So my last video I edited up a whole bunch. I'm hoping this one I won't have to do that, because it'll be at least something interesting to look at the whole time. I don't know, if you didn't like the last one, I apologize. It was something kind of new I was trying, and really the reason for it was just a bunch of rehashing roads that I'd already shown on my channel, which there's nothing wrong with that necessarily, but I didn't figure you guys would be all that interested in it. And some of my commentary was kind of shit, so whatever. Here's that pullout I've been looking for, but frankly, I'm not really feeling like we're going to be able to go much faster than this anyway, so excuse me, sir. Thank you. So I think I'm just going to ride it out like it is. I mean, we got some room now. We're moving at a decent pace. Fun enough. No corners to hit anyway, so. Ravencrest Chalet. That's the one thing I have noticed about this bike. I went up just a little ways up another canyon, actually called Canyon Drive in town a few days ago. I apologize, I didn't tape it, but I had very little time to jump on the bike and just go get some riding in before the sun was going down and it was about to rain, so I didn't mess with getting the camera and stuff set up. I just went. And you didn't miss much. I made it about halfway up before it got cold and rainy, and so I turned around, and I don't remember what it was. Oh, what I noticed was this bike's much harder to ride downhill than the SV was. Everywhere else, it's a hell of a lot easier to ride and more comfortable. But going downhill, like something about the SV, the way you're up against the tank makes it a little easier to support your weight, whereas on this bike, you're kind of loose and free up here, which isn't really a good thing when you're trying to hold yourself upright. And I kept having to remind myself, get your weight off your hands, and then you'll just keep them. Squeeze that tank. Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. See, limited sight lines. I just didn't really know what this one was going to do, and I don't remember it all that well, but this is what I did remember, is it ends in a lookout, which is pedestrian central, so we're going to take it pretty easy through here. It's too bad, too. This is like one of the best corners on the road, but there's just too many people. I don't want to piss them off, and that's fair. Like, I got kids there and stuff, you know. I would be mad if somebody came zipping by there too fast. It's a bit windier than I expected it to be up here. It's a little more exposed than I was thinking. That's okay. It's not so bad. I wonder where Cocker Ranch, like, God, to own a property up here, I'm telling you, that'd be so cool. And here we are in Estes Park, or about to be anyway. This went a lot faster than I was anticipating. I bet my battery's not even halfway dead. So maybe I'd almost swap it out yet. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure that out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nobody's figuring shit out again. This is going to go horribly wrong. Also, we got to figure out where we're going. You know that's going to go wrong. I'm the worst at that. I swear to God, there's a Highway 7 that links up like just south of Estes with the Peak-to-Peak Highway. So I think if we get on the Peak-to-Peak and just keep an eye out for that, it leads us right back down where we started, down in Lyons, which is the idea. You can take the Peak-to-Peak as far as you want, but since he's going kind of up north and I'm going down south, we're just going to split the difference and kind of stay in between, I guess is the way I'm trying to say that. Yeah, we better go 10 under because we saw a sheriff. Good call. This, I think, is cool. This little, like, bridge road. I don't even know if this qualifies as a bridge, but I guess it's a land bridge, maybe? Lake's looking a little low, actually. I'm surprised by that, with that much rain and snow we've been getting. Hello, cop, by the way. I just thought this would be a cool place to live. I mean, I don't know. If I wasn't working here, I would not want to do this commute up and down every day. As much as I love canyon driving, riding, it would. If you're running late for work, there's no way you're getting there a little faster by going like 5 over. You know, it's going to take the amount of time it takes. That would just bum me out after a while, I feel like. So I think we're pretty much just going to find a place to take a break, get something to drink. I could go for a Mountain Dew or something. I said in that one video that I stopped doing so much of that, and I have, but that doesn't mean it's gone entirely. But I don't really know the best spot for that, so let's just kind of cruise for a minute and see what we see in Estes. Here we are, Estes Park. Lovely views, nice temperature. It's not actually that much cooler up here. Usually it's significantly cooler, but Allen's Park, that's where we want to go, ultimately, I think. That's the other thing. I'm not entirely certain that 7 is paved the whole way, but I'm pretty sure it is. South St. Vrain. Okay, cool. So that's where we're going eventually. Grand Lake 50, Granby 64. We're not going either of those places today, although I will eventually. Those are both fun rides, but don't have time today. And I doubt we'll have the weather up there. That's getting pretty high up in elevation. Let's go down here. Looks like a nice spot to take a break, yeah? Wanna go this way? I guess there's nowhere to get a drink down there, but I'm not actually that thirsty, so we'll see if Peter wants to do that. I keep saying his name, I guess it doesn't matter. I'll ask him. You could get a little closer there, Pontiac, huh? Ooh, I'm a little stiff. Please go. Let's go in here. Well, here we are at a place. I'm not sure what that place is, but we're at it. Looks like a park. Let's go around, see what we see. I'm not going to open the visor yet, I guess. Is he still with me? Yeah. Alright, well, I'm going to cut this video here. Well, I don't know if I'm going to. I might make the next one in another video. But if I do, thanks for riding with me, gang, and I'll see you next time. If I don't, I'll see you in just a minute. Bye-bye.